this afternoon we are so excited. We have with us Marlena Sprague, and Marlena, you have been a major supporter of A Touch of Understanding for a long time. You have worked on our committees, the Friends of ATOU, for fundraising efforts, and you've done that for several years. You've also been a huge supporter of other nonprofits in the area and actually around the world. You and your husband, you do work, you do mission work, and you do some special things, not only here, but you've been to Africa, you've been to Mexico, you've gone with your church, and you've done a lot of different things to support those in need. So we are so grateful that you're a fan of A Touch of Understanding and that you're with us this afternoon.
Well, if you want to know a secret, ATOU is my favorite nonprofit.
Oh.
But don't tell anyone.
I'm going to say, I'm not sure that's going to be a secret anymore, but we are so grateful that you're such a fan.
I do love ATOU.
Oh, good. Well, can you share with us, how did you first become associated with A Touch of Understanding?
Well, my heart has always been with special needs, and before I got married and had children, I worked with special needs, and I was on Association for Retarded Citizens, ARC board. And then I got married and had 2 children, and our goal was to be with our children whenever they did. So I taught Sunday school, and I was involved in parent clubs and school functions, etc. And then Stanford Harada was involved with ATOU, and he talked to me about getting involved. I said, oh, I'd love to get involved with something like A Touch of Understanding and special needs, but right now my son's in high school, have 2 more years, and they'll have more free time. Well, 2 years passed, and he caught up with me, and I said, yes, I love ATOU, and I want to learn more, and I want to do more, so got involved.
Well, that is amazing. And so you have been to our workshops.
Yes.
You have you done, you've done volunteer work as well?
Oh, well, I worked at Oakmont with the ATOU Club. I did that for a year.
All right. Is that part of the youth force? No.
Yes.
That is.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do with that?
I was like their advisor. I helped them with their meetings, and then we did special events and supported them that way.
Okay. So that's like the high school having their own youth force club right there?
Yes, definitely.
And then they would come together with the other youth force members to do some of the different activities?
They were supposed to.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's really great, because that gets the kids, the high schoolers, involved at a young age in something that's even bigger than themselves.
It was awesome, and you just saw how they intermixed with the special needs kids, and what was my favorite, and of course I wasn't there, but they would have lunch with the special needs kids.
Oh, that's
so
great.
That just touched my heart.
Oh, that's awesome. So you've done a lot of different things too. You help us get silent auction items, oh my gosh, and so many great items for our fundraisers. And you've recently participated in the Evening of Insight event. Can you tell us about your experience with that?
Well, that was great. I had done an Evening of Insight before. I'd done a luncheon, so I knew what it was like to eat blindly. So that night, I invited some friends for the table, and they all had the first time experience, and everyone should have that experience. It is awesome, be it eating blind or another area for special needs. You see, they're just like you and I, people that have special challenges, but they're just unique. We're all unique.
Right.
I'm unique.
Yeah. Well, it helps.
Roxana's unique. No one's really unique.
Yes, he is.
In a good way. In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. It does give us an opportunity to kind of show about how tolerance and inclusion and kindness and all those things, it's not just words. Those things really do matter.
They do.
And I think it's important. You follow us on social media as well, and we use that as a tool to help spread the word about A Touch of Understanding and help people to learn a little bit more about what we do. So we appreciate, because I always see your comments and your likes and things, so I know that we're getting out and people are seeing and appreciating what we do. So that's really important.
Well, it's awesome. And, we all need to be kinder and nicer to everyone, no matter what. And also, my heart goes out to, if you have a special needs, depending what level, you have to deal with that your whole life. So it affects your family, it affects friends, etc. And we just need to love them, and they're just special people.
So if people were interested in volunteering, is there an area that you suggest would be a good way for them to start?
With the ATOU.
Mm-hmm.
We always need help with fundraising.
Okay.
So, we have the evening event side fundraiser every year, so we can always use more hands. I know the high schools, I assume, need more help. I don't know, youth force, I don't know how many clubs there are, but, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes, once every other week, and just to be with the kids. It's awesome. Where else? I know I also volunteer at ATOU. I did some biographies and I revised them.
Okay.
Just to help out. So I know the office sometimes needs help.
Yep.
It's just
and the
a
workshops.
pleasure. And the workshops. Definitely the workshops.
So, well, thank you for that plug, because we're always looking for volunteers to help in any way we can. So, you've been around Nolan for a while, and did you know that he has 101 or maybe 1,001 different jokes?
Oh, I thought it was at least 1,000. And he's a good joke teller.
Yes, he is. So you have the pleasure of being able to benefit from one of his jokes.
Great.
So what do you have today, Nolan?
Why do cows wear cowbells?
Why do cows wear cowbells? I don't know why.
Because their horns don't work.
That's good. I hope I can remember that one.
Oh, and then he's also been working on, we have had a new campaign. It's called the Paperclip campaign. So, Nolan, what do you have to trade today?
I have a wonderful clutch with a little dog on it. Super cool.
Oh, very cute.
Hey, look at that.
I need a new purse.
Do you?
No. But
That's
it's
very
a nice
pretty.
purse.
That's very pretty. And then, Marlena, what did you have that you were going to trade?
So I brought a purse too, but this purse is from Gulu, Africa. We went there on a mission, and we met a lady, and she personally makes these purses. These purses are made out of paper, and as you can see, it's one of my favorite things that I brought back from Africa. But because I love ATOU so much and this organization, I thought this would be a neat trade.
That's a beautiful
awesome.
trade.
Thank you
that
so
is
much.
Absolutely gorgeous. Well, thank you. So I know that someone's really going to benefit from that one, because that is handcrafted and a delicate work. So
Yes.
that's amazing. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just if you see this and if you ever wondered about ATOU, I'd recommend the workshops. I've brought people to workshops. They're amazed at how it impacts the students and the adults. And ATOU is a great organization. If you have the calling to, volunteer, I contact them.